Welcome back to Keller's Corner. Today we're talking about wine and cheese pairing. I have a lot of people ask what's the best cheeses to pair with wine. So today we're going to go through a few of my favorites. We've got a really great local producer of goat cheese at Beachy Farms up in Bloomsdale, Missouri. Goat cheese is really light and tangy. It's got a little saltiness. It's got a little acidity to it. And Sauvignon Blanc is a wine that has a lot of minerality, a lot of grapefruit, a lot of acidity, and those two things just seem to match really well together. So the tanginess of goat cheese and the tanginess of Sauvignon Blanc, whether it's California or New Zealand. We're going to start with little Shooting Star Sauvignon Blanc from California. Really nice wine. Pairs really well with a little goat cheese, whether it's a little bit of an aged goat cheese or a fresh goat cheese. Great consistency. A little bit of fruitiness from the wine, a little bit of saltiness from the cheese works really well together. Beachy Farms does wonderful cheeses, some of the best goat cheeses you'll find local here in southeast Missouri. Next we're going to move on to Chardonnay and Brie. Brie is a triple cream cheese made in France. It is rich and buttery, so we're going to try to pair a wine that's equally similar in texture. So we're going to do a little Rodney Strong Chardonnay from California, which is also a bigger, richer, creamy, buttery style of Chardonnay. So Saint Andre Triple Cream Brie from France, Rodney Strong Chardonnay from California. We're pairing similar styles, so a rich cheese with a rich wine, and hopefully they work real well together. It's really, really good. The Triple Cream Bries taste like really good quality butter. That's the best way to describe it. Some fresh sliced apples and Brie and a little Chardonnay. Really, really wonderful pairing. Yeah, that works probably better than the Sauvignon Blanc and the goat cheese did. So that's a really wonderful pairing. So rich, creamy Bries and rich, buttery Chardonnays from California. Perfect pairing for each other. So we're going to do a little Andrew Will Cabernet from Washington State. And a little Barber's Vintage Cheddar. The cheese is really intense. A lot of fruity flavors and a lot of rich tannin, a little bit of oak. So the intensity, the tanginess, the kind of aged bitterness and grainy texture of the cheese really matches the tannin and the fruit structure of the Cabernet, aged cheddar, and dry red wines. Can't go wrong with that. And then finally, we're going to try one of the most odd cheese pairings there is. Two things that seem like they'd be at the opposite ends of each other that work really, really well. So blue cheese, big, rich, pungent, stinky, aromatic, intense cheese with one of the sweet dessert wines of the world, port. We're going to have a tawny port from Australia. This is Yalumba Museum Antique Tawny Port. This is absolutely my favorite port in the world. Real dark, kind of caramel color. You get a lot of nutty character, prunes, raisin, nuts, really sweet, really thick, long finish. And we're going to have that with a little bit of Point Reyes blue cheese from California. Pretty intense cheese. And a very intense, rich, sweet dessert wine. It's kind of like they're fighting each other in your mouth, but it works really, really well. It's a wonderful pairing. Yeah, that's fantastic. Everybody should try that. Stay tuned for more Keller's Corner. Cheers.